I don't know what to do. Like with my music, like I always make music. My brother produces, and like I have like I have a Facebook. I have friends on Facebook. I have an Instagram. I have a SoundCloud. But like when it comes to promoting, I'm so sensitive about how I approach someone else about my music. Like I see artists go ahead and put their, and there's nothing wrong with going out and promoting your song like there's no tomorrow. Going on SoundCloud, blasting it, going to blogs and all that stuff. But personally, I feel like there's a connection with my music when I put it out, and I just don't know. You can barely get me to give you my music because it's just there's so much like negative content when it comes, well, like not content, but like when you slip off your disc to someone, you're already putting yourself below someone else. Like it's not the way it used to be. Like I heard like Too Short used to say like it depends on how you pass off the disc to someone. Or like to him, he listened to it if it's like a solid, you pass it off with, with presence. But like nowadays, I feel like it's just getting to that level. Like people are not willing to listen to your music anymore just because there's just so much content everywhere and everyone's just getting like, that's kind of an exaggeration too, but I just personally feel like that.
Yeah.
I think,
I feel like
I think it's important to have a vision, you know what I'm saying? Like, no matter what angle of life you're coming from, I think if your music, personally, I think that's in anything, in any business, anything you're trying to give somebody, especially in a world that's saturated with information or you get bombarded by everything. I think you can connect with people better if you have a vision that they connect with. So it's a personal thing. Like, like most advertising companies are good at convincing you that you need something. But, now people are being bombarded with it. Now you're kind of like, well, do I actually need this? I have everything I want already. So, what's the vision behind what, like, where you have a theme behind your album, you have a theme. Is there something like that you're trying to get across? What's your message? And I think that's the biggest thing. Because if you feel like you believe that message, then the world needs it. And it's by all means necessary. Like, I'm going to get it out there because people need to hear this. And I'm speaking, I'm speaking to myself as well because, like, I feel the same way a lot of times when handling my own stuff out. But but when I'm in the studio and I'm creating and writing, like, man, like that's stuff from my heart. You know what I'm saying? I'm like saying something I think that people need to hear. And I think that's important to take your projects and package them in a way where it's like a vision and a mission that you're gonna give out to people.
I got some thoughts on that too.
One thing I want to say is I look at it like whereas it's like the music is your business and you as a person or an individual who works for that business. If you work for a corporation, you're not going to go around all the time telling people, hey, nice to meet you. I work for this corporation. You can come buy our stuff. That's not what you do. But as a business, you do market your stuff appropriately. Like you'll see the commercials, you see the ads, you see the Facebook, the tweets and blah, blah, blah. There's nothing wrong with trying to put your music out there. But when it comes to a one-on-one, you are an individual who works for that business. And you need to build a relationship just as an individual that's separate from that. And if they want to, then they'll gravitate to it based on just being interested in you.
Man,
like that's really the best way. Because then you get people who don't buy from you once, but they buy into who you are and they buy into the story and they buy from you multiple times.
Man, relationships, man. Like relationships, starting genuine conversations where it's not being forced upon somebody. And once you take the time to get to know someone's name, you know what I'm saying, what their interests are, whatever, just a little bit, then they're a lot more likely to be interested in what you have to share with them. And that's really the fundamental to building any relationship is trust, is sharing things. No doubt, it's a lot of work to get to know people, you know what I'm saying, and build with people. It's work, but it's very effective. But another thing, too, is focus on building relationships with influencers. So if you're dealing with someone who's an individual and they're not an influencer, then you're influencing them and they may listen to your music and that may be it, or they may share it with a few friends. But if you start trying to build a relationship with someone who is an influencer, like maybe they have a blog and they love hip hop and they talk about music and they share their favorite music or whatever, maybe take some time to look at their blog, read it, comment on their articles, thank them for what they're doing and how you appreciate them supporting real hip hop. And now the conversation's already started and you already showed that you care because you're not just giving them some type of generic message.
What you were saying though, Cole, about like like trying to get in a relationship with influencers. I mean, even stuff like this, blabs. Like now, me and you, we've connected on here a couple times. It's much more likely that something come out. I'm more likely to support you, and you more likely to support me. It's just like walking up and trying to borrow money from somebody on the street versus your cousin. Your cousin is more likely to give you money, and if you go and ask your mama, it's even more likely. So it's all relationship, man. It's all relationship. Yeah. It doesn't even have to be. And the best part about it is when it's not built on anything superficial. People just want to show love and spread just because they appreciate you.
That's it, man. Genuine. Be genuine with people, man.
Yeah.
Authentic. Care.
Yeah, and I love the internet now, especially with live streaming now. It's really getting to that point where it's like it's harder and harder for people to hide who they really are. You know what I mean? Because now it's like so many opportunities for people to do things like this, Blab, Periscope, Meerkat, tons of other live streaming platforms. And, you know what I mean? It's and always email, you know, and just different things to be able to really build relationship. And like I was saying with the super phone thing, that's SMS, that's straight text messages. You know, so it's like it's a lot of different ways to interact with people on a real one-to-one basis, not just shotgun blast, but sniper shot and really try and build something.
Even my hangouts, that's what this is about. So I can get to know my students better and connect with people and give back. And also, I mean, once again, it's benefiting me too. I mean, just hanging out with you guys, y'all are sharing lots of really good information with me. I'm like writing down notes over here. I'm going to check this out. I'm going to check that out.
Right.
That's what it's all about. And I think so many people don't get that brilliance, like the whole thing that it's not all about you, it's about people. And when you start caring about people and actually, you know, building meaningful relationships, people tend to care a lot more about what you do. And to your point, Brilliance, you said if you was doing something, you shared it with me, then you already know. I'm gonna check it out. I know him. Like he's coming, hung out, even if it was just you hanging out with me one time. I'm like, this is not a stranger to me. This isn't some random dude to hit me up. Yeah, I don't know your kids and all your history and all that, but this is a person that I've spent this amount of time with that I know is a dude that added value to my life. The moment, you know, the time I got to spend with him was a pleasant person to speak to. I'm gonna check him out. You know what I'm saying? This is not some random dude spamming me. You know.